Already with the hamster abuse so early on. Well, you know, I'm going to pimp up some stuff first. I got my, you know, everyone knows that we're the King's Inn. And I got some King's Inn shirts. And of course I got my King Spo-it shirt with the Comedy's Dead, Let's Fuck It on the back. Which is it's great for all occasions. Job interviews. Bar mitzvahs, children's parties. Yes, collecting unemployment checks is great for that. So like, all right, so we did a show at the King's Inn the other day, and a really strange thing. I have no impulse control. I have no impulse control. If I see something, I'm just going to come right out of my mouth, just a gunfighter input. And Lauren, the chick that hosts that, came up to me and said, "Scott, you see a stripper there? She's 4 months pregnant. But don't say anything about it." Well, if you knew she was 4 months pregnant, you didn't want me to say anything about it, don't say anything to me about it. I don't often correct strippers on their weight issues. I mean, I don't know, but it's just like, and every time she'd come up, I'd be like, no, I'll do a different, yeah, just the word, just one quip after another, I had to like stop myself. But between my hosting sets, I would go around, and it was the topic of conversation around the tables on the stage, especially when she was going on. I was like, oh man, hey, see this pregnant stripper? Now do what I do. Don't put the dollar bills in her G-strings. Write your name on them and throw them down the stage. And the one that's closest to where she craps out that kid wins a prize. Oh God. So like, Jimmy did a poet, you know, and I do some poetry. I got a, you know, a lot of people here have seen my sex, but I do love poetry for the ladies. For the ladies, you know what I mean? Do you love poetry? Nothing says lovin' like a brutal Dutch oven. Blanket, Auschwitz. Blue waffle is nothing that you need for a complete breakfast. The Dirty Sanchez, a trip to Mexico with poop-covered dick. Dirty Sanchez, everyone's Picasso with poop-covered dick. The Dirty Sanchez, my poop dick says you need an awesome mustache. Oh, let's just do some more new material. What do we got? Oh yeah, poems. I was researching my stuff, and I was reading the lives of poets, and I noticed how, like, when you take a lot of rock and roll lyricists are considered to be great poets, and perhaps they are, but it's not. May I compare you to a summer's day? It's certainly not. Here's a rock poet, dead now, a genius songwriter, but I'm just going to do you this piece as a poem. You know that it would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I were to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. Now, he's not exactly dug up the bones of Lord Byron and placed them in front of us for this one. I mean, he's rhymed fire with hire and liar, and later on you get a mire, which I guess is an SAT word. And if you'd gone on longer, you might get a wire and a desire and ecclesiastical attire. You know, and then there's this other poem. One of the greatest pop groups of all time, the person who wrote this is also dead. Considered to be a fine rock poet, but this song really sounds like it was written by a special needs child. She loves you. Yeah. She loves you. Yeah. With a love like that, you know you can't be sad. Oh, some more new stuff. Oh, what do we get? Oh. Who here is a squirter? Any squirters in the audience, ma'am? Any? No? You're not telling me. You got a smile on your face. You're going, no, but you're really going, you're not a squirter. You don't know what the heck you are not. Kiefer's act. You're a squirter? Any squirters in the audience? I had this girl, the first squirter I ever had was Carla. This is a true story from my life. And she was in my band, and we did some rather risque shows that involved nudity and beating and stuff. And we were coming back, and I did not know she was a squirter, because evidently there's a magic button on every squirter that's in a magic position. And it's a little different in each one of them. So we're going back to the biker compound after this show in Asheville we were doing. And I figured I better like cut off my piece in the truck before we get back to the party, or I might not get some that night. So I got her up, her legs over the back of my shoulders, and she's right on the wheel. And every time I thrust, you get a honk. And right now, I didn't bother to get naked for this. I just put my pants down about that far, and all of a sudden, whoosh, I thought she peed on me, because I said, I've never had a squirter before. I had quite a few strippers, but no squirters. And I was just like soaked, but it wasn't pee. And evidently, her being only 18 had never like squirted before. So this was like a new thing for both of us. So I was like, oh man, this is unusual. So I was looking back at my pants, and it looked like, not that I had peed on myself, but that I'd invited a couple of other people to come pee on me. The pants were wet right down to here and then dry all the way to the floor. So I was like, well, you know, I could unlock the trailer, go hunting for my bag, get some new pants and change, or I could just pull up my wet pants and walk into the party. Which one do you think I did? Anybody?
Wet pants.
Wet pants. You got it. You got it. Oh, get back. My buddy Kiefer here. You know, everybody knows me. Knows I like to eat pussy. I love to eat pussy. I don't know. You like to eat pussy? You're smiling. You never tried? I tell you, it's great. I eat pussy like a homeless Florida drug addict chewing on face. That's how I eat pussy. But my buddy Kiefer over there, he gets all competitive with me. No, man, I eat more pussy than you eat. I eat better pussy than you eat. And hell no, Kiefer, I'll eat pussy on you any day of the fucking week, man. I'll take you out. So we decided to have a pussy eating contest. But we're not just going to do it here. We're going to do it like on Nathan's out at Coney Island on July 4th with a big table there. But then, and here's my mistake, we let it open to the public and a bunch of fucking Japanese guys signed up. Fuck. It's just not fair to compete against the Japanese, because they train differently for it. They stretch their stomachs out, you know, and like they just train, and they can just eat so much more pussy than like the fat guy like me can eat, because you know the fat is so bad, you can only get so much, and then they just throw up afterwards. Actually, I don't eat pussy just to throw up afterwards. That almost never happens. Almost never. Oh. And then they're like dipping the pussy in the water. You don't dip the pussy in the water. You're supposed to get the pussy wet by eating it. You're not supposed to dip it in the water. Like, fuck that, man. I don't care if I lose this competition. I'm going to eat the pussy the way I like to eat pussy. With relish. How much time do I got, buddy? One. All right, should I end with a song? The dusty plains of Texas, a one lone cowpoke roll. One lone lesbian cowpoke, the road she called her home. A dyke all clad in leather, no dildo did she own. Poor lesbian cowpoke, for a fistin' she did moan. She trialed all the dyke bars from El Paso to L.A. Give me a hand here. Yeah! Leather gloves or latex, a fistin' all the way. She never lost her wristwatch in the cavern she did roam. Poor lesbian cowpoke, for a fistin' she did moan. Give me some help here. Yippee-yi-yay! Cowpoke, for a fistin' she did moan. Then one day in Juarez she heard a loud roar, coming from a Harley up through the town it tore. Upon it was the biggest dyke this cowpoke ever seen, and in her meaty fingers a jar of Vaseline. Yippee-yi-yay! In her meaty fingers a jar of Vaseline. That big guy pulled a 6-gun and put it to her head. Said, you better be a fistin' good or you'll end up dead. The cowpoke had a shudder, shook her to her soul. Oh, when she stuck her fist and the smelly hairy hole. Yippee-yi-yay! Yippee-yi-oh! Oh, when she stuck her fist in the smelly hairy hole, that big guy dropped her 6-gun and let out a yell. Said, you're fisting me so good, you're fisting me straight to hell. But I just couldn't take it when goodbye you raved. I'm gonna lock you up at home to be my pleasure slave. Yippee